Hi guys, Ludopisces here. Today we're going to be going over a game I played about an hour ago of Amumu support. I'm not going to lie, as you can see, I've skipped pretty far into the game. That's literally because the first, 5, 6, 7 minutes of the game I was on a work call and pretty much was not playing. But I will show you the rest of the game, because the rest of the game was quite good. So, as you can see, we started Relicture. We also had 2 pots. Did use both of those. We're against Ornn Kai'Sa. I have an MF ADC, and that was the main reason I picked Amumu, obviously. The ult combo. We are getting ganked by Sylas here, but I don't think it's going to be an issue. Nope. We're all good for now. But yeah, so our team was Mordekaiser, Trundle, Yone, and then me and MF versus Swain, Yi, Sylas, Kai'Sa, and Ornn. Yeah, so I went for a I really don't know how to describe the build. It was just kind of like playing for damage, basically. I'm not gonna lie, it was just a kind of damage, like AP off tank almost build. We are going to engage her. If I remember correctly, I just fucking die. Yep, I remember correctly. I just die. Emma will go taking the fight. Luckily, she will escape. Poor play by me. But yeah, we do back. We pick up the Kindle Gem and the non-magic mantle, and then we will come back into lane. MF is backing as well. In terms of the game state, at this point in the game, Mordekaiser had 2 kills on the Swain, so he was already pretty far ahead. Trundle was ahead of the Yi. Our mid lane was slightly worse off, but he was up by like 10 CS, so it didn't really matter. And then we were actually quite behind in the bot lane, because again, I was AFK for that was the Mordekaiser? Sorry, I heard a random noise. It was the Mordekaiser ult noise playing at the bottom of the map. But anyway, yeah, I was basically AFK for the first like 7 minutes of the game. My bad, I didn't expect to work cool. Anyway, so we trot on back to the lane. We have a non-magic mantle and a Kindle Gem. As you will see soon, next level, I do actually max Q this game. The way I see a Amumu support is it's kind of... it's basically just a hard engage support, right? It's basically like Nautilus or Leona. The only difference is you get 2 engage abilities, which is usually quite handy. So we do max the Q this game. Obviously, we are playing around the massive ult kind of burst. We have Yone on our team. We have MF on our team. This massive sort of one-bang combo. Which is, I'm starting to learn when you're a support player in this elo. Sorry, we do catch a Q here. He is going to get pillared here, I believe. Yep, and that is all dead. He does destroy the pillar with E, but it's not enough. We are just going to back out. But as I'm starting to notice more and more as I play support, especially at this low elo, you know, Silver 4 still, I'm not going to lie, I ran it down, and the reason you haven't seen any videos for 3 weeks is because I have just been running it. I'm starting to learn these massive wombo combos, or these champions that can really like easily set up team fights, like Rel, like Nautilus, like Leona, like Amumu. Incredibly effective for climbing, because your team kind of can't really go wrong with just hitting the target that can't move. But yeah, and this build made him quite fun to play as well. And again, I don't think these champions are horrifically unfun to play. There are builds and ways to make them more entertaining if that's what you're looking for. We do have to be careful of Ornn. I will go into Ornn support a bit here. It's not good. The issue with Ornn support is the fact that he doesn't get the levels, which means he gets very limited gold value and very limited value on his passive. Just the nature of playing support. I was taking a text here. I'm not gonna lie. I was absolutely work text again. I was a fucking nightmare for my team this game. Fair play to the lot of them for carrying my ass. But yeah, Ornn support just doesn't get the levels, which means he can't then get the bonus stats on his passive, which means a lot of his value is actually decreased when he is in the support role. He's still fun. It's not terrible, you know, you can pick him if you want, but you are missing a lot of what Ornn has to offer. Ornn engages here, he's really fucking out of place. I was just placing a ward because my head was empty this game, and kind of we can really easily catch Ornn here. He's horrifically outplays. You see one Q go, that's the other benefit, is I can immediately Q back onto Kai'Sa. Unfortunately, I believe MF still dies here, yep. And I believe actually, because I had my W on, I actually didn't have enough mana to then cast ultimate, which would have killed Kai'Sa and possibly saved me. I do still get out. Trundle does come in. And I will take the camera down here. It does pick up the kill on Ornn. So it's not terrible for us there. Not exactly what we would have wanted, but we trade 1 for 1. Again, Mordekaiser getting another kill on the top side. I mean, I don't know what Swain was building. I kind of hate it, though. I understand tank Swain, or like off-tank Swain, but you need an AP item first item. His base damages, I don't think, are high enough to really warrant not buying that first AP item. But anyway, back to Amumu's port. We have picked up the Aegis of the Legion. Yep. And we are going back into lane. The build this game was... the first item this game was Even Shroud. I think Even Shroud is a very fun item. Whether it's good or not, I think it's relatively good, right? But it's really, really fun, and the reason I find it so fun is because it kind of turns you as a tank support into a solo kill threat, right? The extra 9% damage is insane, especially on Amumu, who gets so many ticks of damage. We are doing Drake here. I have no idea what I was doing here. I think it was another fucking work text or something. But we are going to come in, and I want to say save the day, but we're going to come in and jack a kill and a few assists. We do go for I think, just 1 here. Yeah, 4 for 1, so I mean, really, really worth trade. It probably could have gone better if I was actually playing the game. And again, I do apologise to my team here for how sort of pseudo-AFK I was. But we do go for 1 there. I think we got that Drake, actually. Which is awesome. And we're just going to shove the lane in. So, not really much happening here. Ornn and Kai'Sa coming back in. So it is a crit variant of Kai'Sa. After the changes, I feel like and leave your opinions in the comments below, because this is by no means gospel. I feel like the AP Kai'Sa changes are good. I entered here, so we're just going to pretend that you're not seeing what you're seeing on screen. But I feel like the AP Kai'Sa changes are really, really good. I feel like they keep the... Jesus Christ, my camera. I feel like they keep the identity of AP Kai'Sa as more of a burst champion. Her W is still very, very effective for poke, but it just stops this ridiculous playstyle of all I'm going to do is sit 4 mile away spamming W, because I feel like that's really... one of the things that really annoys me with... certain league champions is when they're uninteractive, right? I find Heimerdinger really frustrating to play against because he's just so uninteractive. He doesn't really play the game the same way that everyone else has to. And that's kind of what AP Kai'Sa was. You sat miles away just spamming W, and you just didn't play the game really. But making her now more focused on proccing her passive, I think is healthy for her, and I think she can still sort of play for poke with her W. I think that's perfectly viable still, but now I just think she actually has to interact with the game a little bit more than she used to. Back to the current game state, we do have our Even Shroud here, so we are getting 9% extra damage every time we CC someone or get CC'd, which is amazing. Especially on Amumu, who can CC so many people at once. I know it's just people around him, but still, when they're locked down for that period of time, it's very, very strong. Ornn is pushing up here, very out of position, so we are just going to dive on him. Kai'Sa then gets caught out by my ultimate and instantly deleted from the game. And Ornn is going to retreat to his tower. Mordekaiser is just casually 1v2ing in the top lane. We engage back onto the Ornn and tower dive him. He is going to die here. So 2 for 0 in the bot lane. And with Trundle's help, we can take this tower. Trundle obviously being an amazing turret pushing champion with the mix of his W and his Q. So that is that. Not really much more to say about it. Trundle is now going to chase into the enemy jungle. I can't remember if he finds Lee Sin here. I don't think he does. So we're just going to clear the wave, and I believe back here. So, I have magical boots. Pretty much every time I play support, I run Inspiration Secondary, and I run magical footwear and Futures Market. I think they are an incredible rune combination. I could probably change Magical Footwear, but I just like it because it's 300 gold I don't have to spend, even if it means I do get the boots a little late. They are engaging on us here. We are just going to run away. I unfortunately get caught by that. However, because Kai'Sa is pushed so far up, I can just skedaddle. With a heal from MF there, we will escape. Trundle goes back in, so I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I'm all for this. Kai'Sa does get killed, unfortunately so does Trundle, but we can just kite the Ornn out here. This must have been so depressing for Ornn here, because, I mean, he really tries, and he is a tanky boy, like, he was hard to kill, but we do end up picking the kill on him, and both me and MF live. I went off, I was speaking about something, but after that tangent, I've completely forgotten. So we're going to leave it there. The next item we are buying is Demonic Embrace. Obviously, the reason I go Demonic Embrace is because it's very, very easy for Amumu to apply it to a lot of people. And when you are just going for a very tanky build, I think Demonic Embrace on a lot of champions is a really, really good and fun item. I think full tank Zac, just slip in a Demonic Embrace. You can go full tank Mordekaiser with Demonic Embrace. Amumu is a good example. Sort of any of these AP tanks, if you just slip in a Demonic Embrace, the build's just infinitely more fun, right? Because you actually get to deal damage. So we are going Demonic Embrace for the second item. The other thing that's nice about Demonic Embrace in this build is the fact that it actually has synergy with Even Trial, because obviously all of the health damage I'm doing with Demonic Embrace is getting buffed by Even Trial to 9% damage. So I thought it was a fun interaction, and as I said, it makes the build a little more fun. You get to do a little bit more damage. So I thought we'd go with it. We are looking to take the Drake here. We have no idea what Yi is. We saw him bot lane, but that could mean anything. We see that their bot lane has returned, so we have to be a little bit more cautious. I wanted to do this, but we didn't have the chance. Ornn is again out of position here. I probably could have looked for an engage here, but we're just going to tiptoe around him. I mean, Ornn is still a scary champion, right? He's got Sunfire Aegis. He can still do a lot of damage. And the Swain has Sunfire Aegis, which I guess makes sense. But again, the issue with Sunfire Aegis Swain, right, is you get close, but you're never that close. I'll stop talking about that as we're getting 4-man bot dove. Unfortunately, MF does die. And one thing I will note here is Trundle and Yone and a Rift Herald are pushing down mid lane. So I'm playing on this turret. I see that Ornn's trying to back. I dive in on him to stop his back and basically let our team push. They dive back in on me. Because I have ultimate, I can actually stun the Silas under tower and then actually kill him as well. So if we do pan the camera over here, we got mid-inhib turret, mid-inhib, as well as then both Nexus turrets. Also, they could kill me, and I still killed their mid lane. So if you ask me, and I may not be an expert on this, I'd call that worth. But yeah, we do get a lot out of that one play. As I said, when you are playing support, throw your life away if you can gain something for it. Your life doesn't matter. You are there to merely observe and occasionally help out. If you can die for a play like that, absolutely take it. They unfortunately do get our bot turret. However, we do have we have Yone and MF here. I'm just doing the wave, don't mind me. They will take a fight here, and I believe they do kill the Kai'Sa with the double up. Beautiful use of the double up, and here I am waddling along, pretending that I'm being useful again. Again, there seems to be a lot of that, and I am very sorry for it. But I did want to show off the build, so I thought I'd voice over this game anyway. We are just clearing wards now. Nothing's really going down. You do have Trundle on the top side here, taking on the Yi. Mordekaiser ults him. There's not really much you can do. Doesn't matter how fast you run. If you're trapped in a small area, you will die. So will the Swain, because his build is atrocious. And Mordekaiser is now fetish-alike. This game was definitely more of a stomp than anything else. It definitely went very, very our way. But that's the nature of League. Sometimes you get stomped. Sometimes you get these stomp games. You know, it happens. I do dive onto the Ornn here. just to get a little bit of damage down. Again, Ornn is ridiculously tanky, so it is hard to do that, admittedly. But I believe we just back off here. There's nothing we can really gain from sitting in bot lane, especially with Ornn and Kai'Sa there. They're just going to clear the wave, back off, whatever. I was looking for a cheeky play here on Kai'Sa if she overextended, but unfortunately we didn't get that luxury. So I just back off. MF is looking to go mid lane. I was like, you know what, I'm not going to be any use bot lane. I will head up with them as well. No, I didn't. What did I do? I walked into this bush for some reason and backed. No, I didn't. I went bot lane when I saw that my team wanted to engage on the Kai'Sa and Sylas and took a ward. Trundle's engaging, but I don't believe he got anything out of this. Unfortunately, so we just kind of cut it out again, let the minions come to us, farmed up the wave. I'm sorry, I hate to touch on it again, but what is this fucking... why has Swain got Sunfire and then Sork boots? Building's hard, I guess. I do dive on the Sylas here. I think I actually... Well, I don't kill him, but I assist in the kill. I unfortunately die, but then we do kill Kai'Sa. And Trundle's just doing his own thing in the enemy base. And I believe we actually win here. Yeah, we do. So Trundle was just trotting in on the enemy base, destroying it. And that'll be the game. It was a really, really quick game. And it's unfortunate that I had to cut out the first few minutes there. But I didn't think anyone was interested in really watching me sit there AFK for about 5 minutes. So we will go on over to the graphs. And here we are. So as you can see, we didn't do an incredible amount of damage. I mean, Ornn still out-damaged us by 1,000. But we did somehow out-damage Yi. I mean, our job isn't really to do damage, but we did a little. We did alright. For the runes, I went Aftershock, Font of Life, Second Wind, Unflinching, Magical Footwear, and Futures Market. Again, these two are just free gold, and I find them really, really effective when I'm playing support. Yeah, I mean for the rest, you know, it's just general tank stats, sort of scaling into the late game with Unflinching. Font of Life is obviously just to keep MF, I'm not going to say topped up, but, you know, give her a little heal every time we engage. And then Second Wind is just to get through the laning phase. Second Wind is an amazing rune, by the way. Absolutely abuse it in your games. But yeah, we ended up the game 3-5-9. We did finish the Demonic Embrace in the end, but I mean, that was that. It was a really fun game, and I really enjoyed the build. Well, as far into it as I got, but I really enjoy Amumu support. I think he's really, really effective. He can struggle into... Well, I say he can struggle in some of the tankier matchups, because of his passive, he can kind of avoid it. I'd say the only thing that he does struggle into is locking enemies down. He can kind of engage, but actually locking enemies down, that's a whole other story. But yeah, I would definitely recommend the build if you're looking for a fun support to play. It was a good time. Hi guys, thanks for watching. If you like the video, please be sure to subscribe and like, as it really helps the channel and shows me if you're enjoying the content I'm making. Please comment anything you want to see me play, and I hope to see you in the next video.